Hey everybody, Roman versus with the Squashfest podcast and my co-host.
Death, taxes, and WWE putting on a masked luchador six-man tag team match that has no repercussions. Like, my name isn't the boy Hawk.
Oh man, you ran out of breath.
The boy Hawk.
I can't stand you.
That was my least favorite part of Raw. That match was crap.
You talking about versus division, or are you talking about the
Just versus division? No. The Javon Evans thing is just whatever. He got hurt. That, and if you were watching the international feed, just Jey Uso coming out without Jimmy again, and
I told
saying he loves Jimmy and Trinity and blah blah blah. So people think something is going on with them.
Mm-hmm.
Monday Night Raw from Belfast, Ireland. Does this show? Does this show fall into "it happened" category?
Most of it happened. There were highlights.
All right, let's just start. Okay, so the show kicks off with Gunther coming out, and the crowd starts chanting, "You tapped out." He speaks very shortly before he's interrupted by AJ Styles. AJ tells him that Gunther tapped out like a little bitch last week, even though the referee didn't see it. So he needs to fight him again, so that way he can win. He can just basically, so he doesn't feel disrespected. Gunther tells him, I don't want to fight you. I'm going into the Royal Rumble match. I'm done with you. And so he starts to walk away.
I just want to point out, you complained last week that nobody declared for the Royal Rumble, and this episode, everybody and their mother was like, "I'm declaring for the Royal Rumble," and and not only that, everyone in my faction is also declaring.
Somebody came to them and said the Royal Rumble is in 2 weeks, and no one has declared for this Royal Rumble. Somebody definitely told Triple H and Ed Koskey. By the way, season 2 of Unreal out today. Somebody went to Ed Koskey and Triple H and said, no one has declared for the Royal Rumble match. We need to start doing this on Raw. So Gunther declares for the Royal Rumble. AJ basically tells him, what are you, scared? Gunther comes back and he says, I'm not scared. But if you want a match, I need you to put something up. AJ goes back and says, name it, anything. I'll do anything to have this match. Gunther says, I want you to put your career on the line. AJ goes, no, he doesn't say anything. Gunther walks away. And then we'll be at a backstage segment where Adam Pearce tells AJ, this isn't a good idea. I don't think you should be doing this. AJ says, I need to call my wife. I don't know why. Him calling the wife cracked me up. I'm like, why does he need to consult his wife on this?
He's a family man. This is his bread and butter. He could be forcibly retired.
He's been saying for like 2 years
that's not part of the show, Derek.
Okay. Before we move on,
we didn't even get to comment yet. How are we moving on?
Before we comment on it, okay, let's comment on it. Then I'll say what I can say. This is fine. We know what's happening. Like AJ's been saying for a long time, he's wants to be family man, like you said. He wants to go and spend more time with his kids. His son is about to start college and I believe is starting college football this coming year. So he wants to be more on the, more with family, the way he hasn't been since he's been in WWE since 2016. When he was in TNA and they could shoot all their tapings in a 1 week span, he could be at home with family, but not when you're in WWE. You have to be on the road all the time. So, do we think AJ loses at Rumble?
Yeah.
You think this is AJ Styles' last match?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is his last match, but at some point Gunther's retiring him this year. And this is the one that they've announced. So I think, yes, unless we're doing he wins at Rumble and then they have a rematch for, like, because Gunther won the first one, he'll win the second, and then we have a trilogy on our hands. But either way, he's retiring this year and Gunther's the one to take him out.
Okay. Now, what I was going to say was CM Punk recently did an interview and said, they asked him, when do you think you're going to hang up your boots? And he goes, I think 50 is a good age. There's something about the age of 50 with this generation of wrestlers where they just want to be like, 50, I'm going to retire at 50 because AJ is going to be 50. Cena's like 47. I think Rey Mysterio's 50 or 51. He's talked about retiring. Now Punk. And these guys are just like, yeah, we're not going to wrestle into our 60s or 70s the way Ric Flair and Terry Funk did. The only one I can see wrestling until he dies is Randy Orton. I think he'll be there forever. I don't ever see Randy Orton stopping.
I can't with you. I hate you so much.
I think he had an interview with Austin years ago, and Austin said, how long do you want to do this for? And he goes, until they forcibly make me quit. So I could see Orton doing it forever. 77-year-old Orton, I'm the legend killer. Yeah, that was the first thing in the show. Yeah, I think Gunther wins that Rumble. I don't know if this is AJ's last match. I think they'll do a thing. I think AJ's last match needs to be in TNA. That's where I would have them cut some sort of deal where AJ's last official match is in TNA. Facing off against Frankie Kazarian or whoever the world champion is at that time. And you have him finish up his story that way.
Kazarian, isn't it? Ortiz?
It's Mike Santana.
Santana?
No.
Ortiz. Santana?
Ortiz the other one. Santana won it back, yeah.
Okay, so why are you saying Kazarian?
Because I think he has such a history with Kazarian and Daniels and everybody else that his last match should be against somebody who's another TNA lifer. Either that or give me AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler. Just don't put on a show. All right.
You mean Nick Namath?
Yeah, that. Dolph Ziggler. Listen, we are a WWE only podcast. When he showed up during the John Cena Invitational Tournament, it was not Nick Nemeth, it was Dolph Ziggler.
Okay. Cardona got to change. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but Dolph Ziggler did it. Unless D comes back and we get Wanted Man Nick Nemeth on WWE TV, we will refer to him as the Zigzag Man.
Okay.
So we get our first match of the night. Becky Lynch versus Maxine Dupree. We got a backstage segment preceding this where Natty surprises Maxine. She says, I'm going to be here just in case, so that way Becky doesn't do anything shady, and you know that I have your back. And the camera lingered on her for a second. This match was short, thank God, because the more these two women wrestle, the worse it's getting. This was fine. This was a lot of holds. This was a lot of chain wrestling. I think Becky hit a manhandle slam at one point and Maxine kicked out. But towards the end, Maxine hit a move. I forgot what move it was, but she goes for the pinfall. And Natalya, who's ringside, puts Becky's foot on the rope to the shock of everybody. And Maxine, being the green baby face that she is, she shockingly stares at Natalya, forgets that she's in a match. And then Natalya doesn't do anything else. She goes to go, then she realizes, oh, Becky's still down. Let me try to win this match. She goes to put Becky into, an ankle lock. Becky reverses it. They get up. She hits a manhandle slam, and Becky gets the 3 count and retains the Intercontinental Championship. Maxine shocked. Still now, so Maxine does the thing where Becky wins. She's leaving with the championship. Maxine does not immediately look at Natalya. She's staring up at the ramp at Becky, shocked that she's still not the Intercontinental Champion. Then she turns around and her mentor is in the ring. And this was the worst beatdown I've ever seen. Like, this was horrendous. And I understand what they were going for. They were going for Natty Neidhart, ground and pound, a lot of forearms, a more vicious side of her. But this just looked bad. Like, if we're going to go a darker heel side of Natalya, let her go full on MMA. Because this was just punching and kicking, and Maxine kept sitting up and not selling any of the moves Natty was hitting her with, but just like waiting for the next thing. And it went on for way too long, because at one point they cut to a 2-shot of Michael Cole and Corey Graves talking about what's going to happen for the rest of the night. And then you can see Michael Cole goes, "Look, Natty's on her again." And they cut back to Natalya, who's still in the ring, beating on Maxine Dupree. Like, we've clamored for more Natalya and something good for to do with Natalya for a while. That doesn't mean I want Natalya Maxine unless Maxine is champion and Natalya has something to fight for. Her attacking Maxine and costing Maxine the title doesn't make logical sense, because Natty's not going for anything. Like, why would you train this girl up to then cost her the championship? You should train her up, let her win the championship, and then turn on her to take the title from her and teach her a lesson.
Mm-hmm. My God.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is way too little too late. We've been clamoring about Natty for how many months? We have a whole TikTok on it. Like, we want Natty Neidhart, or at least give Natty the respect that she deserves. This should have been, instead of rematch number 17, we should have done this weeks ago, in the middle of the feud, not after the feud, not at the end of the feud, in the middle. Now it's just, I don't see the point in it. It doesn't make any sense. And to your point, what is the purpose? It would have made way more sense how you said it, but that's not the route that they went. And again, I'm about to make the raw logic shirt because they are doing really stupid things on that show too now. Like, I don't know what's going on.
It's kind of wild that these two have had 6 TV matches since August. That's what Bleacher Report just said. 6 matches between these two women.
We don't need no more.
All right, so then we got a backstage segment where Adam Pearce was talking to somebody. That doesn't really matter. He's talking to somebody. They walk away. Paul Heyman walks out of the office, and Adam Pearce tells him, "You're 3." No, Paul Heyman goes, "My guys have a 6-man tag match against Penta, Ray, Penta,
Ultima Dragon,
the Masked Luchadors, the Dragon Leaf." And he goes, "I assume you're going to be ringside." He tells that to Paul Heyman. He goes, "Of course." And Adam Pearce goes, "Well, so am I." Adam Pearce is quickly becoming, from one of the greatest general managers in Monday Night Raw history, to a guy whose personal his hatred for this group is going to get him fired. Because this was a crazy match, a crazy segment how it ended. So we're just gonna skip to the middle to the end. The Luchadors have the advantage. Paul Heyman jumps on top of on the ring apron to get the referee's attention. Adam Pearce decides, Heyman's on the ring apron. I'm the GM. Let me also get on the ring apron. So he gets on the ring apron. The referee has his back turned. Logan Paul goes into his pants, pulls out the brass knucks, and he's across the ring from Adam Pearce's vision. So Adam Pearce can see what he's doing. he tosses the Nux in the ring to Austin Theory. Adam Pearce points at Austin Theory, gets the referee to go over to Austin Theory. He got caught. Austin Theory puts the Nux behind his back. The referee never can get them from him. Adam Pearce goes all the way around to the other side of the ring, grabs the Nux out of Austin Theory's hands. Paul Heyman gets into Adam Pearce's face. He goes, "You're doing it again. You're touching my guys. Stop touching my guys." And Adam Pearce holds the Nux in Paul Heyman's face and says, "What are these?" And Heyman's like, "I don't know. I don't know where they came from." And Adam Pearce is like, "You know where they came from." And then Heyman starts yelling at him and putting his hands in his face like this. And Adam Pearce puts the Nux down on the ring apron and starts yelling at Paul Heyman, "Are you putting your hand in my face?" So then Rey Mysterio walks over, grabs the Nux, hits Austin Theory with a blow to the head. Austin Theory catches a Canadian Destroyer from Penta, and Penta pins Austin Theory for the 3 count.
I just thought it was a mistake for Austin to take the pin. I understood.
I agree.
I understood the fact that, it doesn't hurt in the sense that he got hit with brass knucks, but he shouldn't have taken that pin.
They're not. Logan Paul's not taking that pin, and neither is Bronson Reed. I understand. We want Austin Theory. We want big things for Austin Theory, but this has been 3 weeks of him in the division. I think it's already sailing. I think they've already given up on him, bro. I don't understand what they're doing on that show. So they get to the backstage, and Adam Pearce is walking away, and Paul Heyman's yelling at him, and Adam Pearce goes, "Are you yelling at me?" And then Heyman says to him, "It's like you I respect your authority. I respect you as one of the greatest general managers in the history of Monday Night Raw, but you need to, while you still have that position." That's what he says. And Adam Pearce asks, "Are you threatening me?" And then you see him look down at his phone, and Heyman goes, "I would answer that if I were you." So Adam Pearce picks up the phone call, and the audio kicks on, and they go back to the arena. Later in the show, Adam Pearce goes to 4 of them with Paul Heyman, the Vision and Paul Heyman, walking out of the arena, and he says, "Next week, I want you to bring Braun Breaker. I want to have a one-on-one conversation with him." Paul Heyman says, "Are you going to reinstate him?" He goes, "No, I just want to sit with him man to man and have a conversation like grown adults." And Paul Heyman goes, "Oh, that phone call must have changed your mind." And that's when he said, "That phone call didn't change my mind. It's just we need to hash it out and work it out." So who do we think was on the other line of Adam Pearce's phone call?
Somebody from TKO. It was definitely Paul Levesque.
He's backstage. Why do you need a phone call? Just call him to Gorilla.
Maybe that was the call. Get your ass to Gorilla so I can yell at you.
So here's my thing. So Gorilla is supposed to be in kayfabe. Not like we know in kayfabe it exists, because every time they walk through it, you can see Paul. You see him on headsets, whatever. So it's not like they try to. But it's not supposed to be an area that exists, if that makes sense.
Yes, I understand what you're saying.
So because I'm trying to think, because the referees have IBFs. How could you get, if you're Triple H and in kayfabe, how could you get your message in real time to Adam Pearce when you're supposed to be sitting at Gorilla, but you're not supposed to be sitting at Gorilla? Are you supposed to be sitting at home in your office watching the show? Do you have a direct feed from the arena directly on a CCTV?
You're going so deep right now. My man says CCTV.
Oh, God. All right. We got to talk about this. Okay, so the next segment we have is Rio comes out to the ring. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky.
Mm-hmm.
And Rhea says, we have a tag team title match this weekend against. Oh, by the way, we'll talk about episode 100. Actually, might be the Elimination Chamber match because I forgot to calculate Saturday Night Main Event when I was counting. So, we have a tag team title match this weekend at Saturday Night Main Event against Liv and Raquel. They need to realize when it comes to the Judgment Day. When it comes to the Judgment Day, and then Io goes, Rio is always on top. They get interrupted by Liv and Roxanne. They hit the ring. I missed a part where they say, and after Rio says, after Judgment Day, we've been informed that we're going to be in the Women's Royal Rumble match. Not that they're declaring, they were informed they're part of the match. So somebody said, Rhea, Io, you're in the match. Okay. So then Liv and Roxanne come out. They say, you two are in the match? How's that going to work? We're going to win our tag team championships back this weekend because this is Liv talking, because I never lost my tag team championships. But also, myself, Roxanne, and Raquel are all also declaring for the Women's Royal Rumble match. So a member of the Judgment Day will be walking out of Royal Rumble and main eventing WrestleMania. Rhea throws the same lines at her. She goes, you just said, how is it going to work between me and Io? How is it going to work between the three of you? And as soon as she says that, Raquel hits the ring. Raquel attacks. Raquel hits a Tahana bomb on Io. They hold Rhea up. Rhea starts to fight them off, and then eventually Liv hits the Oblivion on Rhea, and Rhea, and the three of them stand tall over Rhea and Io. So I have multiple problems with this segment. One, it was too long. Mm-hmm. It felt like both teams were given the same bullet points to talk about. Mm-hmm. We know Rhea and Io are not losing these tag team titles. They just won them.
Yeah.
And Raquel Rodriguez, I believe, is due a championship opportunity against Stephanie Vaquer.
Yes.
Or it was supposed to happen, but Stephanie's she's not medically cleared to compete.
Yes.
So if I'm Raquel Rodriguez and I'm going to be in the Royal Rumble anyway because I want that opportunity to main event WrestleMania. Mm. But why am I declaring for the Rumble when I already know I have a World Championship opportunity in my back pocket?
Why wouldn't you?
It doesn't make sense to me. If anything, sense.
Because what if you lose that match? Then you're out.
What if that? No, what I'm saying, that match should happen in the Rumble at the Rumble before the match happens.
Nah, bro. So that way, if she every opportunity I can get.
I'm saying that match should happen at the Rumble. If she loses to Stephanie, then she can be in the Rumble. But if she wins the Rumble at the match at the Rumble, then she doesn't need to be in the Rumble.
What? You mean if she beats Stephanie?
If she beats Stephanie, then she
be in the Rumble.
Yes. So that match needs to happen at the Rumble or before the Rumble. But to have her declare when she's already doing the title opportunity is clunky to me. It doesn't make sense.
Makes perfect sense. You don't like it.
It doesn't make sense. And if I'm Raquel and Stephanie isn't medically able to compete, she should be stripped of the championship. It should be handed to me. I should be the new women's champion.
What?
If Stephanie isn't medically cleared to compete.
That's not how that works.
But that's how every heel thinks it works. So make that argument and then they'll be like, no, she's going to be back, or we'll strip her, and then you can be the number one contender, or we could be in a number one contenders match or something. What do you think about this long-winded women's segment?
I thought it was fine. I I love when Liv starts going in talking about Rhea and how she's gonna betray Io, and Io just grabbed onto her. I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "What is this?"
But here's the thing: Liv's not wrong. Liv and Rhea before Judgment Day were a tag team. They were babyface tag team champions. Rhea turned on her. She's not wrong.
I'm not
so
this
is why the Liv Morgan revenge tour made perfect sense, because she took everything away from Rhea Ripley. Liv isn't the heel. I'm telling you. Rhea's the bad guy.
Here we go. I mean, eventually these two are going to break up anyway, so. And you know it has to be Rhea.
Rhea and Io?
Io's not going to do it.
The whole premise of this story started with, I've never beaten you in a one-on-one match. So what happened? I continued to try to beat you in a one-on-one match, even though they were triple threat matches. I've never beaten you in a singles matches, but I gained so much respect for you that our respect turned into an undying love, and now our undying love took us to golden championships. This needs to be the breakup. Rhea needs to be like, listen, I forgot who I was. And because of your pretty round face, your pretty round, because she has a very round head. Because of your pretty round face, I got mesmerized and forgot all about my goals.
Oh my God.
What?
I'm too sober for this.
Me too.
I hate you.
All right. We got a El Grande Americano versus Javon Evans match. It was cut short because during a commercial break, Javon Evans blew out his shoulder doing a high flying move.
I thought it was his wrist.
No, he was grabbing this.
No, but then later he was doing this.
I don't know. I thought it was his shoulder. I know it was like a springboard clothesline that he tried to brace himself on, and it looked like he blew out something up here. I don't know. He got hurt somehow. So Grande Americano gets the win. Hopefully it's not too bad, because he just got called up. Yeah. They made a big deal. They made a big deal out of him coming up during a commercial break. I'm sorry. Like you made a big deal out of us signing Javon Evans, and you do it during an international feed.
Yeah, that was messed up.
All right, so before we move on, because I feel like we're breezing through this, we have backstage segments we got to talk about. We got a backstage segment where they interview Finn Balor. And Finn Balor cuts a babyface of Babyface's promos because he's in Dublin, Ireland. And not Dublin, I'm sorry, Belfast, Ireland, his home country. He says, this is my island. Punk doesn't know what he did. Tonight, we're gonna be walking out with, he says, I'm going to be the new Irish World Heavyweight Champion. Punk has a subsequent interview where he says, the same pressure that turned me into a diamond is going to break Finn Balor tonight. He doesn't know what he did. I am the world heavyweight champion, and that's not just America. So I would come to Ireland to defend this so they can give me their best. We got, I think we were all, did we talk about Jey Uso? Jey Uso just comes out and just eats and says nothing.
New Day.
I did not see the New Day one.
Oh, so there's going to be a fatal 4-way for the number one contenders match for the tag team titles.
Okay.
Glad I paid attention.
New Day, I'm assuming Tozawa and...
They didn't announce any of the other contenders.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming it's going to be New Day, War Raiders, the Creed Brothers, and Tozawa and Heavy Machinery and Otis. That's your entire tag team division. The Creed Brothers.
No, what's the other one? Tozawa.
That's it.
They're called something.
They're American Alpha.
There you go, American Alpha.
They're Alpha Academy.
Alpha Academy, whatever. Same.
That's Tozawa and Otis, and then you have American.
You just kept saying their name. You literally named every goddamn team, and then said Otis and Tozawa. Like, name their team.
Alpha Academy.
Okay, so that's it. That was the whole point.
No, you said American Made. That's the Creed brothers.
I couldn't remember what their name was. That's why I was trying to get you to tell me.
American Alpha.
We're gonna fight.
That's it. That's Chad Gable and Jason Jordan.
We're gonna fight.
I'm sorry. It's insane that they've done since 2015 when they put Chad Gable and Jason Jordan together. This entirety of these groups have been American or Alpha something. It's confusing. It's American Alpha, Alpha Academy, and American Alpha. I said that twice. An American Made. Did we miss anything else before we move on to this World Heavyweight Championship match? Oh, yes, we did. Bayley and Lyra also declaring for the women's Royal Rumble match.
And hugging.
So Bayley,
that was it.
Bayley's in the back freaking out. And then Lyra walks up to him. By the way, both these women looking absolutely fantastic in this backstage segment.
You sound like Vince right now. Like your voice and everything. It just sounded very Vince McMahon like. I just want to point that out.
Absolutely fantastic.
I can't with you.
All right. Bayley's freaking out. Almost like her angry, mean Bayley gimmick. And Lyra walks up to behind her. She goes, "I'm sorry that I let you down. I'm sorry we didn't win the tag team title. I'm sorry I didn't let you down." And Bayley switches. She goes, "You're my friend. You'll never let me down." And she goes, "And you know what? We're both gonna be in the Royal Rumble match." And Lyra looks at her. She goes, "You're gonna be okay if I win the Royal Rumble?" And Bayley's like, "Why wouldn't be I okay if you win the Rumble?" And she hugs her. And Lyra's like, I'm unsure whether or not to hug Bayley back. And she goes, "Hug me tighter!" And I'm just like, what is happening with this segment? That's it. That was the entire.
Yeah, no, I got it. I had nothing to add to that.
All right, so then we got Punk and Balor.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic match.
Yes.
Finn got his OG old school babyface music. He got the entirety of the coming out. He did everything. I knew that they weren't taking the title off of Punk.
You knew it was never gonna happen.
It was not gonna happen. But
I was rooting for it to happen.
Absolutely. This was a fantastic match. They do these things with Finn once in a while where they remind you of how good he is in the ring, how he connects with fans, how special he is as a character when he's not. He's great as a guy in the Judgment Day being comedic. Yeah. He's great in that.
Yeah.
But the version of Finn that's serious and wants to be an ass kicker and just reminds himself, yes, I am. There's a reason I'm one of only 2-3-time NXT champions. That I was the founding member of the Bullet Club. He had a gun. He had another shirt that's very Bullet Club inspired. Said Balor Country on it. Like they remind you how good he is. The crowd was totally behind Finn 100%. In this match. Obviously, because he's in Ireland, the crowd is 100% behind Finn. They were super disappointed when Punk hit the second GTS and got the win. They gave him the false finishes. Finn kicked out of a GTS, which surprised the crap out of me because they protect Punk's finish at all times. And so Punk wins. Finn is in the corner. Punk gives him his hand. He pulls Finn up. They give the handshake. They get the babyface hug. Punk holds Finn's hand up for the crowd to cheer him. Finn leaves the ring. He stands at the bottom of the ramp, and he's watching Punk celebrate. They run the credits. The executive producer, Paul Levesque, and whoever. And then they take it off, and they let the camera run for like another minute or two. So I'm like, what is about to happen? They don't do these things for no reason. Mm-hmm. all the while, Finn is just staring back at Punk the entire time. He never left.
Mhm.
So I was thinking, someone in the Vision's going to attack him again. Braun is, even though he's suspended indefinitely, was going to show up, sneak his way into the arena, spear Punk, and have Finn just watch. But no, they went off the air just like that. My question for you, sir, did they use the country of Ireland as a litmus test to see what it would be like for Finn Balor?
That's exactly what I felt. That's what I felt.
Yeah.
They wanted to see because if you can't get over it at home, you can't get over it anywhere else. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how I took it. I was like, yo, this is a test to see, like, where can we position this man? Because I think Triple H is a Finn Balor guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he would like to see where they can go with him. But again, I think there's just this fear of him getting hurt, which again makes no sense because he hasn't gotten hurt in a very long time.
Yeah. That's the way I took it. I was like, yeah, he's turning babyface soon. They've been teasing making him a huge star in the company for a long time. There was a rumors last year that somebody, I forget what company it was, might have been WrestleVotes or whatever, saying 2025 was going to be the year of Finn Balor, and it never matriculated. 2026 could be, but this is the way I also took it. This is why I asked you earlier today, age 50 retirements, and as I thought about Finn Balor when I was putting that together in my head earlier today or yesterday. There's going to be a time where they're going to need somebody else to carry the ball. Mm-hmm. It can't continue to be Punk and Cody and Roman and these guys because they are all getting up in age. I don't want to say Cody's getting up in age. Cody's our age. Cody's 39 years old or 40 years old. But Finn Balor, even though I just looked it up, he was born in 81. So he's 45 years old. Mm-hmm. He's not a spring chicken himself.
Precisely, which means that if you're going to do something with him, you have to do it soon.
Yeah.
You can't keep waiting.
Yeah, you have to do it soon. I was thinking Finn Balor could be the guy, 2 years from now when Punk's done to carry WWE, but you can't. He's going to be 47 in 2 years. Yeah. You have to make the most of what you have now with him, especially with guys like AJ Styles leaving, and you have guys coming up, Braun Breaker's, coming for a main event spot. Dominic Mysterio will eventually be in a main event spot. Trick Williams is already in a main event spot, which is crazy. Yeah. You're gonna eventually have Obafemi on one of these two rosters. So you have to do something. If you're gonna make Finn Balor a main event star in WWE, you tried 10 years ago and he got hurt, and then you never really gave him another opportunity to be a main event star. You got to do it right now because he can get over as a babyface. While I have also Obafemi on the brain, there was another segment for Obafemi, and I was listening to it. Was this the first one that they gave him like almost African tribal music in the background?
I didn't peep that.
I did. I was listening to him like it was very like Black Panther-ish in the background. It was just like it was weird to me. It was like, I know his family's from Nigeria. His family's from Nigeria, but I'm just like, we're really gonna go this route? Didn't we try this with Apollo Crews?
Yeah. Where's Apollo Crews? Jesus Christ.
He had a dark match a couple weeks ago on SmackDown, and he had one televised match with AAA.
Him and Omos are in AAA, I feel like legitimately.
Santos is.
What do you think about those Garza?
They're definitely in AAA. Like, they're going to keep them down there.
Lordy. So that's what I'm saying. Like, Raw happened. But there were moments like that with Finn Balor that I was just like intrigued, and they had my full attention, and they had me like, just like any other member of the crowd, just freaking out every 2 seconds during that match. But not many moments like that for the night. There were some good spots here and there, but that was definitely the highlight. That needs to be the thumbnail.
Oh yeah.
C minus.
Yeah, sounds about right. I don't want to see the main event was so good that it elevates it a little bit for me. The Vision stuff
That's why they
is
got C minus.
okay.
It would
The
have been
Vision
far
stuff, the Vision stuff with Paul Heyman and Adam Pearce, even without Braun Breaker, there is a little compelling and funny.
I didn't find it really entertaining. Not like normally. I feel like they phoned it in this week.
I just think the matches were bad. Besides the Punk Finn one, that's what I think. It's like.
And can we stop? Jey Uso, stop. Just don't have him on TV.
He wasn't. He was in the international break.
I know, but he was still there. Like, just don't show me him. Like, until his brother gets back, just leave him off TV. I don't care. It's okay. They're like, we still want you to remember he still has the tag team titles. Emphasis on tag team, guys. It's not just one guy.
It's Jey Uso. They're going to continue Jey Uso. Like, they want to remind you that Jey Uso's a big deal.
But he's not.
Spoiler alert, he hasn't been a big deal. I never thought Jey Uso was a big deal.
I can't with you.
This man won the World Heavyweight Championship in the opener 2 years ago at WrestleMania. Solid match, but then he did nothing with it. He's like, it's fine. He's there. He's cool guy with the Yeezy sunglasses.
With the Yeezy sunglasses.
That's it. He gets the crowd hype for 5 minutes at a time doing this. He likes grabbing.
Don't forget when he runs it back.
I was to say he likes grabbing little children to do it with him.
That just don't sound right.
You understand what I meant. He takes random people's babies to eat. And then he likes to run it back because we have to be an interactive thing. At home watching it, it's annoying. I'm sure it. At home watching it, it's 100% annoying. I'm sure if you're in the crowd for one of these shows that you paid $1,000 a seat for to see two ants wrestle, that it's totally great to see. But no, I can't. Oh, while I say 1,000, it's my home state. Miami Hurricanes lost the national championship game last night.
Oh my god! And with that, this was wrong.
Hold on. I just want to say, because we were talking about, I just brought TKO and the exorbitant ticket prices.
Mm-hmm.
The average ticket price to go to the national championship game last night, $4,832.
No.
That was the average ticket price.
No.
And they had $600 parking passes.
What?
The parking pass to get into the arena was $600.
No. And people paid that. That's the sad part.
This country is so whacked out right now with the prices to go live life and see shows. It's incredible that people can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
The Klarna stock. Is Klarna or a firm publicly traded company? Because if it is, I want to buy some Klarna stock because I feel like people are putting themselves into debt to go to a Knicks game and crap. But on that note, this was Monday Night Raw. Do we want to do it? Do we want to talk about the NXT vacant?
You do this every goddamn week. No, we don't. Lord.
We have no NXT champion as of right now. It will not happen until, I think it's St. Valentine's Day Massacre or whatever they call it, their Valentine's Day show.
That's a long time.
It's like 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's a long time to not have a champion. But yeah, that was Raw. What are you doing?
Brushing my beard with my fingers.
I want to fight you. And with that, you can find us on Spotify, TikTok, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. We appreciate you guys
1, 2, 3,
as
4,
always.
5,
What
6,
is
7,
happening?
8. I'm counting Finn Balor's abs.
And you're sober. That's the problem. Yeah. And with that, we're out. We'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.